Hi, welcome to Lies and Secrets channel. We hope you will have fun with us. Enjoy watching. I lived alone after the death of my husband and wasn't ready to mingle, as they say. However, the weight of loneliness led me to share a moment with my big dog, a memory that still lingers with a hint of regret. First, let me describe myself. I embrace my body, which is beautifully shaped with curves, as a plus-S size woman. My measurements are 45 inches at the bust, 37 inches at the waist, and 48 inches. Life hasn't been easy for me, especially after my husband Oliver passed away years ago. His death left a void so deep it felt like an abyss I couldn't climb out of after his passing. It was just me and my stepson, Oliver. Oliver was 19, trying to balance college and his own grief. While I juggled working part-time and keeping our small home running, the emptiness in our house was deafening, even though Oliver and I were there for each other. 7 months after Oliver's death, tragedy struck again. My best friend, Emma, passed away in a car accident. Emma and I had been inseparable since high school, and losing her felt like losing a piece of myself. In the aftermath of her death, I adopted her big dog, Aiden, a golden retriever with soulful eyes and an almost human-like ability to sense emotions. Aiden quickly became my anchor, filling a tiny piece of the void left by the people I had loved the most. Aiden and I developed a special bond. He would follow me everywhere, his tail wagging like a metronome of comfort. Late at night, when loneliness weighed heavily on my T, I'd sit on the couch, stroking Aiden's fur and whispering secrets I hadn't shared with anyone. But one evening something happened that would shatter the fragile peace Oliver and I had built. It was a cold, rainy night. Oliver was out at a friend's house and I decided to indulge in a soothing hot bath, so I quickly made my way upstairs to fill the tub. After preparing the bath, I entered our bedroom stripped down and with the house empty, wandered around in my birthday suit. Once the tub was full, I realized I had left the freshly ironed towels downstairs, prompting me to head back to retrieve one. Now you might think it's a bit silly, but I completely forgot about the big dog downstairs. As I trotted into the living room, I didn't notice him lounging in the corner and went straight to the laundry pile to search for a towel. Imagine the scene, it's midnight. I'm not wearing any clothes, bending over the laundry, feeling the lingering warmth between my legs. Suddenly I felt a curious presence behind me, a full-blooded male big dog drawn in by the scent. Before I knew it, a wet, sloppy tongue was exploring right between my legs, catching me completely off guard. I'm not sure what just happened, but I was taken by surprise when something touched me, causing me to leap up in shock, exclaiming, "Oh my God, what?" When I turned around, there was Aiden lounging comfortably with his tail thumping against the floor. He had that classic goofy expression, head tilted to one side as if he were asking, "I like that? Can I have some more, please?" I shot him a disapproving glance and firmly told him, "Keep your nose out of there, you little pervert." After that, I grabbed my towel and headed to the bath. An hour later, feeling refreshed, I returned to my bedroom, dried off, and reached for my talcum powder, applying it generously to my skin. Whether it was the warmth of the bath, the silky feel of the powder, or perhaps even thoughts of Aiden, I found myself in a rather frisky mood with a strong urge that needed addressing, so I picked up one of my favorite toys, settled back on the bed, and began to indulge in some playful exploration. I was completely lost in my own world, completely unaware that the big dog had made its way upstairs and was now perched at the bedroom door. Observing me intently, the longing to be together was growing stronger, a deep yearning that seemed to resonate from the very core of my being. You know, that need to come so bad you just have to keep going until you explode, and I was getting there fast, lying on my back. I swung my legs up high and opened them wide. Aiden moved in closer, his gaze fixed intently on me. Only God knows what was going through the big dog's mind. Then Aiden sprang into action in one swift leap. He was on the bed, his nose exploring my presence. He thought there might be some dirt, so he sensed a hint of dirt. He eagerly began to lick it away. I felt a wave of bliss wash over me as he continued his playful grooming. This moment I felt utterly helpless, a sensation that only another woman might truly grasp. When one of those overwhelming pleasures washes over you, it was as if my body had a will of its own, and my breath turned uneven and frantic. As time dragged on, my legs grew increasingly rigid, each second amplifying the tension within me. Sweat trickled down my body, saturating my skin as I became completely absorbed in the moment. In that instant, thoughts of my expired husband, my stepson, and my commitments faded into the background, leaving only the intensity of the experience I want more and more and more. I was lost in a haze as my eyelids grew heavy and I slipped into a deep sleep. When I finally stirred, the clock caught my attention, revealing that 3 hours had passed. My mind began to reconnect with my body, and I suddenly felt a damp sensation gliding across my skin, rolling onto my back. I allowed my weary legs to spread apart, and there was Aiden, the big dog, eagerly resuming his previous antics. I was loving every moment. I was going to enjoy each second. The big dog then came over me and started hitting me from the back. It was too painful, but only I know how much I enjoyed it. For 12 minutes of pure, he filled me with his leaving me overthinking. Then suddenly the sound of the front door opening jolted me back to reality. Oliver stood there, frozen in shock, his umbrella dripping onto the floor. His eyes darted between me and Aiden, piecing together what he had just walked in on. "Grace, what the hell?" His voice cracked a mix of disbelief and anger. I tried to explain, stumbling over my words, but nothing I said could erase the betrayal etched on his face. The air between us was thick with tension, and Oliver stormed out, slamming the door behind him. The next few days were unbearable. Oliver barely spoke to me, and when he did, his words were sharp and cold. I felt like I had not only lost his respect, but also any chance of repairing the bond we had left. One evening, I finally mustered the courage to apologize. I sat Oliver down, tears streaming down my face as I confessed how lonely and lost I had felt since Oliver's death. I told him how much I valued his presence in my life and how ashamed I was for crossing a line I never should have. Oliver listened in silence, his jaw tight. When I finished, he sighed deeply and said, "I don't understand why you did it, Grace, but I see you're hurting. I just want you to be okay." A few weeks later, Oliver came to me with an unexpected suggestion. "I've been thinking," he said, his tone hesitant but determined. "You need someone in your life who can give you what you need. I don't think you should be alone anymore." To my surprise, Oliver had been talking to his best friend Alexander. Alexander had always been kind, patient, and understanding, a quiet presence in our lives since Oliver's passing. Oliver thought we might be a good match, and to my shock, Alexander agreed. It wasn't an easy decision to start over, but with Oliver's blessing and encouragement, Alexander and I began to see each other. Slowly, I started to heal. Oliver's forgiveness and Alexander's unwavering support reminded me that even in our darkest moments, there's a path to redemption. Aiden, of course, remained by my side through it all, though now with a lot more boundaries. We hope you will have fun with us. Enjoy watching. I am glad to see you on my channel if you like the content. Your support means a lot to me and motivates me to create new videos. Thanks for watching.